Good morning and welcome to Centennial High School's virtual graduation ceremony. I am Derek Bubb, principal at Centennial High School, and I'll be leading the ceremony today. I would like to extend a warm welcome and thank you to our graduating seniors, board members, district administration, Centennial staff, parents, guardians, families, and friends. Thank you for joining us and celebrating our seniors. I know that this will be different than you envisioned, but I am certain we will make it a great event. I want to thank everyone who contributed to this wonderful event. My special thanks go to Senior Vice Principal, Mrs. Katrina Johnston, and the rest of our administrative team for all of their work in putting this together. There are also many viewing our ceremony who have given great contributions to the success of our graduates. I would like to take a minute and give special recognition to the following who have dedicated many hours to the success of our students. Parents and guardians, thank you for working in partnership with our schools to guide your child through their educational journey. I know the lessons of perseverance and determination that you were able to instill in your child through this high school experience will lead them to a path to success regardless of the road that they choose. You should also be commended, as many of you have become teachers yourselves, as you have offered assistance during this remote learning phase. Extended family and supporters, both near and far, thank you for your constant words of support and motivation that you gave. Your words of wisdom and direction were critical ingredient for the success of our graduates. Centennial staff, thank you for the time and effort you gave to each of our graduates. Your dedication to their success created a solid foundation, especially during a time of uncertainty. I would like to formally acknowledge our Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Brittany Brings, and our Classified Employee of the Year, Mr. Tom Durham. You truly embody the Centennial way as you consistently provide the best educational opportunities for all of our students. Additionally, I would like to recognize Mr. Rob Kelly and Ms. Julia DeGrazia for being nominated by our senior class to announce names. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor. Thanks to everyone, our teachers, our administrative staff, and our amazing counselors who have been working countless hours to ensure our seniors were ready for graduation. I sincerely thank you for your efforts that you put in to the class of 2020. I would also like to acknowledge our seniors who have enlisted in the military. We thank you in advance for your service that you will render for our country. Now to the guests of honor, our seniors. First, I want to thank you for letting me be part of your experience at Centennial High School. Although the year was interrupted, in a very short time, you helped me create a lifetime of memories. From the real CHS game, to music concerts, or sporting events, or just high fives in the hall, you will always have a special place in my heart, and your presence on the CHS campus will be greatly missed. I want to commend you on the culmination of years of hard work that you have left behind you. You overcame the unprecedented challenges presented over the past few months as you maintained focus and stayed positive despite the circumstances. This senior class had 4 National Merit Scholars, earned 6 academic state championships, and had over 150 students graduating with a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or above. This is just a fraction of the accolades that were awarded to the class of 2020. During the diploma ceremony this afternoon, each senior will receive 1 maroon rose and 1 white rose. The maroon rose symbolizes your time here at Centennial High School. I challenge you to pass that rose to a parent, friend, or staff member that was instrumental in your high school journey. The white rose symbolizes your future. Please hold on to that and remember that you're a patriot. No matter where your journey takes you, you will always have a home at Centennial High School. To begin today's virtual ceremony, we will hear from our student speakers representing the senior class. Tristan Cruz Will Dunn, and Kai Fastabend. At the conclusion of Kai's speech, he will introduce West Ada Superintendent Dr. Marianne Reynolds, who will certify our seniors and take to the presentation of our graduates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Tristan Cruz.
As most of you know, I did the morning announcements every day at school, so I thought that it's only fitting that I start my speech with this. Hey guys, it's Tristan, and I just have one final announcement for you today. We're graduating. If I'm being honest, it seems like yesterday that we were just freshmen walking into Centennial for our first day of high school. They weren't kidding when they said that the time will fly by. I mean, we have seen a lot of things happen these past 4 years. In 2017, we saw our girls basketball team become the 5A state champions. In 2018, our cheer team became the district champions for the first time ever. We've seen Sweet Liberty win numerous national championships, and Image Factory and Musical Theater won the state runner-up title twice. And that's just to name a few. Oh, and do you remember that one time we won the real CHS? As a school, we've changed a lot. Just this year, Gracie Young, Aaron Ripley, and myself helped start the Winter Formal and the Real CHS, two traditions that we hope will carry on for years. The shift in our school culture has been so positive, and I am so thankful to have been a part of that. I know this may sound cliche, but I truly believe that we are the best class to graduate from Centennial. Every single one of us is so determined and motivated to achieve success, and I cannot wait to see where we all end up because I know it's going to be great. I want to give a huge thanks to our staff. They work so hard at doing everything they can to make sure that we can be as successful as possible, and I do not want that to go unnoticed. I want to take this time to personally thank 4 staff members that have helped shape who I am as a person as well as a student. First off, I want to thank Mrs. Jewett. As my astronomy teacher, she taught me about the sun and the stars and the planets, but she also taught me that no matter how big our universe may be, I will always have a place in it. Thank you for that. Secondly, I want to thank Mrs. Hossacker. Now, she has been my teacher for 3 years, and let me tell you, it has been one wild ride. From watching Sunset Boulevard in American film, to teaching me to become a grammar cop in AP Lit, you've been one of the best teachers I've ever had. Thank you for all the laughs that we've shared together. I'd also like to thank a woman who I think has shaped all of our lives while in high school. This lady is one of the best women I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. Now, she may no longer work at Centennial, but she has been and always will be there for us. So thank you to Laura Rudder, or as we all knew her, as Mama Rudder. Now, not all of us had this man for a teacher, but for those of us who did, it was life-changing. Personally, he taught me the art that is theater and how it can make you feel something you never thought you'd feel. He helped me discover my passion and that it's what I want to do with my life. He helped me unleash my potential as an actor as well as a performer, and I can wholeheartedly say that my life wouldn't be the same if I hadn't had Mr. Archibek for a teacher. Thank you, Archie. It's been amazing. On that note, I am so glad that I had you guys as my classmates. I know that this isn't the way that we were supposed to end our time as Patriots, but we are all going to take what has happened and turn it into something positive. We are the class that is going to shape the future. We may not all know each other personally, but I think we all mean something to each other. Whether we had a class together sophomore year, or we've been friends since 6th grade, we support each other, we're proud of each other, and we love each other. I would also like to take this time to personally thank my family for being there for me and always pushing me to be my best. I love you guys. I would also like to thank all of our families because you have been our shoulder to cry on, and we are so thankful to have you by our side during these uncertain times. I am so proud that we had the chance to call ourselves Centennial Patriots. Our 4 years here have been so special, and I am so thankful. Centennial, you will always have my heart. Thank you.
I would just like to begin by apologizing because the speech quality is about to drop drastically, but don't worry, it'll pick back up as soon as I'm done talking. But in all seriousness, I would like to begin by saying that I am very honored to have this opportunity to speak to you all. My friends, what a ride it has been. When we were younger, life moved so slowly. It seemed that big moments like this would never arrive. They were just distant future events that wouldn't actually happen. But yet, here we are. Whether we like it or not, we're done with high school, and our childhoods are basically over. And it is time to move on to the next stage of our lives. I, for one, am mostly excited to have almost all of the rights and privileges of adulthood, and especially to be able to buy dry ice. But I will also miss the many wonderful moments that we have enjoyed together. Spending class time talking and laughing instead of doing actual work, going out to lunch and enjoying the sacred deliciousness of Costa Vida, going to musical performances, plays, sporting events, and cheering in unison for our school, and so much more. These everyday moments, these memories, are what made all the stress and nerve-wracking responsibilities go from something negative to something positive and uplifting. As we move forward in life, we will continue to make many more wonderful memories and experience delightful moments. But there will also be some difficult or painful times. And there were some of these in these last years. As my namesake Will Smith said in the movie Hitch, life is not the amount of breaths you take. It's the moments that take your breath away. And while the obvious reference is to wonderful times and events when things are absolutely awesome so that your breath is taken away, but this can also include moments that hurt so bad that you can barely breathe. Our lives are made up of memories, both the good and the bad. Our memories, they change us. They help make us who we are. But when things hurt, when circumstances seem like they will never improve, and when hope is pretty hard to find, let us look to our happy memories, or to memories of difficult obstacles that we overcame, and let us find strength in them. Because memories are among our greatest resources for overcoming trials and obstacles. As we gain experience, knowledge, and inspiration from them, we can become better, stronger, and kinder people. And however, while positive and negative memories are very important in helping us improve, people and our relationships with them are even more so. Forgive me for totally butchering her name, but Ama Ata Aidu said, "Humans, not places, make memories." It isn't the halls of Centennial that we will miss. It is the people who filled them. It isn't the classrooms that we will value. It is the bonding relationships we made inside them. And it isn't the last 4 years that we will cherish. It's the friends we made going through them. We may remember the places, but it is with the people that we make memories. And I thank you all for the memories you have given me. I'd like to close by saying I am grateful for all of you. These past few weeks, I have not missed school. I have not missed school at all. But I have missed you guys. Spending time with you has made Centennial an amazing place to spend the better part of each day for 4 years. I appreciate you, and I wish happiness for each of you. Thank you.
I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. Bilbo Baggins. But in all seriousness, I'm so proud to be part of this graduating class, to have made so many friends and all the memories that Centennial has given me. It's become a second home, and I thank all the teachers, staff, and of course the hundreds of you guys for being the fundamental parts of Centennial that you are. This might be a bit unorthodox, but I'd like to start with a rather odd question. What does it mean to be a human being? Or what is it like to be a human being? Or even further, who are we as human beings? Turns out, a lot of people have sat up in their ivory towers thinking about this very question, and a couple of them have come up with something really great. You might be asking yourself, what does this have to do with graduating high school? Or why does it matter at all? And I'll get to that. But first, I think you'd like to know an answer to that question, or one guy's answer. An existentialist philosopher by the name of Jean-Paul Sartre, building off the work of Heidegger, refined his idea of who we are. His idea is really simple. It just gets a fancy name at the end. It goes like this. Within each of us is an inherent duality. We are made up of facts about ourselves, like our names, our work, our appearance, our family. But to Sartre, we are also made up of everything that we are not yet. All of the limitless possibility that exists waiting for us throughout the rest of our lives also defines who we are. At all times, only half of what defines who we are is our past. The other half is always what lies ahead. Sartre gives each of these halves names. The facts of what we are, he calls our facticity, and the limitless potential we have, he calls our transcendence. Now, as to why this matters about all of us graduating, I think that the reason so much excitement surrounds transitionary periods of our lives, milestones that mark growth, such as getting our first job, buying our first car, and of course, graduation, is because these moments of celebration mark the culmination of hard work and sacrifice in fulfillment of these goals. They spotlight, in a way, this duality. They showcase a goal moving from one side to the other, transitioning from transcendence into facticity, exemplifying in simplicity the essence of humanity, potential and progress. And we all have these goals. We've all strived after something. And sometimes those goals can become obscured or distorted by things that get in the way, either mistakes of our own or things that are the fault of no one in particular. I haven't yet mentioned our current global situation, but that was because I didn't want to let it consume another part of my senior year. The outbreak and spread of this disease has stolen, in a way, a lot of things from us. We've all heard it, practically been bashed over the head by it, based on your choice of media. The very fact that I'm not standing in front of my peers right now is evidence enough that it's at least distorted some of the most significant events in our lives. However, I thought it also important to consider what these peculiar circumstances have given us as well. In light of tragedy, people respond with strength. We're all still here, together, listening or watching from home, celebrating our achievements as best we can because that's what it is to be us. That display of determination to overcome these difficulties also exemplifies our innate ferocity to obtain the goals that we set, to overcome, to grow, to face these new challenges with the fervor and stubbornness that defines who we are, to take back from our transcendence what may have appeared for the moment to be things that we could not do, to reclaim our goals and bring them out from obscurity and into our facticity. So may we make the most of what we have at this turning point in all of our lives. My favorite author, J.R.R. Tolkien, once wrote, "All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us." And I hope that from this point on, we will strive for grand goals and bring them from our transcendence into our facticity. And now I'm proud to introduce the Superintendent of West Ada, Mary Ann Reynolds.
Chairman Klopfenstein and members of the Board of Trustees, in accordance with the laws of the state of Idaho, on behalf of the principal, our teaching professionals, and the support staff of the West Ada School District, it is my honor as Superintendent of Schools to certify that on this 6th day of June 2020, the graduates have met all state and local requirements for graduation and hereby are presented to you for the awarding of their high school diplomas. It is my personal and professional pleasure that I present this year's graduating class of 2020. Congratulations.
Seniors, please rise. Graduates, please move your tassel from the right of your cap to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you on this 6th day of June, the Centennial High School very memorable graduating class of 2020. Congratulations, graduates.